That's true. But we really don't have any time for that. The hospital belongs to the Russian military, and when they sound the alarm, it will get extremely uncomfortable around here. We should first get out of here, and think about how we want to proceed along the way.
But...
No buts. The risk of landing here in the first place was already big enough. We are going. Max, I need your help to get the airplane ready for liftoff.
Oleg is right. We've got to get away from here first, and then we'll see what happens. Go on, get your things out of the Jeep and come.
Attention! Attention! An alarm has gone off in the neighboring military hospital.
Okay.
A female patient who is considered extremely dangerous has escaped. The military has been notified and several soldiers are on their way here. Until they arrive, no one is allowed to leave the airfield. Everyone is ordered to be on high alert. No one will be permitted to take off or land.
Uh-oh.
Damn, they're looking for me already. What now? We'll meet here in a few hours.
Cutscene.
I hope you have good news.
Unfortunately, no. Kalenkov is still missing.
I'm waiting for the good news.
Well, at least the others haven't found him yet either.
We are running out of time. The preparations for the project are almost finished, and everyone is waiting for you to finally find the missing piece of the puzzle.
I'm doing my best. What should I do if...
Concentrate on his past. Someone has to know about Kalenkov's research, and if he can't tell us his secret himself, then others will just have to do it for him.
Ooh,
Hopefully
suspense.
Max and Oleg are all right. I suppose they weren't born yesterday. They'll get along with the soldiers somehow. And exactly how are we going to get away from here again, I don't yet know. We can brainstorm that later. In the meantime, I can try to find the camp from which my father started his expeditions. The thing is, where do I look? Apart from this tent, I have found no signs of human existence. Hopefully I can get some help here.
Look at.
It makes a very solid impression.
Uh-huh. We need a shovel. Alright, add that to our... Ooh, definitely.
A tomato ketchup sachet. With any luck,
Sachet?
it may also have some natural ingredients in it. It's a pity that civilization has progressed even into deepest Russia. There will be everything one needs to survive in there.
So, let's go back.
A beautiful animal. Wouldn't it make a wonderful bedside rug? The fur is quite soft. It would definitely... Don't look at me like that, or I'll put my thoughts into action.
What do we got here?
The trough is empty. Clearly, nobody seems to take very good care of the animals. A small plug stuck in the barrel.
Can I take it?
If I pull the plug on that barrel, its contents will seep into the ground.
Okay. What are the contents?
Through a small hole in the lid, you can see that it's almost full of water.
Oh, well, now we know.
First aid? Only first aid for alcoholics. 1 bottle of vodka and nothing else. No bandages, no painkillers. Apart from the vodka, of course. Sorry for simply barging in like this, but I'm looking for...
Medicine. Parchment. Burnt.
What? Which parchment? And what kind of medicine? I don't understand. The old guy seems to be in a kind of semi-conscious state. I'm not at all sure if he can even hear me. Obviously, he needs some kind of medication. I'll take a look around. A strange creature with its mouth open. It seems to be some type of nutcracker.
No.
The old guy obviously doesn't want me to take the statue. I'd better leave it here. A simple wooden cooking spoon.
I can take...
A simple tin cup. The fire hasn't completely destroyed the parchment, but it is pretty charred and brittle. These bits of parchment have been so badly fire damaged that they'll fall apart if I pick them up. I'll have to restore them somehow. The fireplace is already cold. This grill is rather rusty.
Can I take it? Ooh, rusty green on
I have a different concept of sharp.
it.
One of those things comprising of 3 billion threads. They all look as if they're about to fall apart. I'll be very careful that... One of the threads has come loose. I don't need any more of them, so I'll leave the tassels where they are. I have a different concept of sharp.
Let's see. I agree. The price.
A large case, probably for provisions. Too big, too heavy, and too useless. Then I'll get on with my favorite hobby and start destroying things. And this is all that this spade and I leave over from the case.
Oh, that's okay. Now let's use this on this.
The barrel has a fitted lid, and therefore I can't get it off. The trough is empty. Clearly, nobody seems to take very good care of the animals. If I pull the plug on that barrel, its contents will seep into the ground. The tree is ancient. It must have survived the catastrophe undamaged, but that was 100 years ago. Only the bark is flaking off. But that would happen to me after a century as well.
Tree. Okay. Use a spade on the tree.
I definitely won't fell the tree with that. I'll limit myself to the bark.
Alright, now we got some bark. Might as well be playing Minecraft. Got tree. There we go. Made a channel.
That poor animal is drinking as if there were no tomorrow.
Water. Don't forget to feed and water your pets.
Pretty sticky, this stuff.
Ooh, resin.
If I touch that stuff, I'll never get it off my hands again.
Ooh,
A sharp stone.
pick it up. Getting all kinds of stuff in our inventory.
A failed and abandoned attempt to plant and raise a tomato plant, known to the biologist as Solanum lycopersicum. For others, love or paradise apple, a member of the nightshade family. Siberian gentian leek seems to be the only plant that flowers around here.
Ooh, pick it.
I have no idea if it is under protection, but it is so pretty that I would really like to make an exception and leave it in one piece.
Oh,
That stuff stinks. It looks and smells like there's sulfur coming out of there.
oh.
I'm not putting my hand into that. I'll scald myself.
Cook our resin.
Not really the superlative in whetstones, but these scissors can't get any blunter. And how's that? It now cuts more than butter.
Let that cook. Okay, got it.
Easy there, boy. If I take the spoon, the hairs, and this thread, and I... Hey! It works!
I just wonder if our resin is ready to be picked up.
Through heating, the water and the resin have mixed. The resin is almost runny now.
Oh. Basically, we've made homemade paste. So brush and paste. So now we can fix the parchment, right? On this.
The resin is still runny enough to paint with.
On the parchment.
If I paint the resin very carefully over the parchment pieces... It worked! 5 parts of the source of life, 2 parts of root of tears, 1 part blood of the night, 3 parts drops of intoxication, to be taken shortly before it unites with the wind. What effect it is supposed to have isn't noted, just as much as how to get each ingredient.
Give that to the old man.
Hey, old man, wake up. Is this the recipe for your medicine? It really does seem to be the recipe. The old guy wants me to prepare it in this vial. I'll have to hurry preparing his medicine. He's not going to hold out for much longer.
Probably not time. We gotta hurry. Let's get some water.
5 parts from the source of life. Got it.
Source of life, water. Okay, 5 parts. Okay, so
I know. They're under the protection of nature conservation laws. I'll be very careful.
very careful. Take the
What should
tomato
I
plant.
do with this drought victim?
Oh, no.
What should I do with this drought victim?
We'll see. Going out with some work friends for breakfast.
Well, that must be the right doses, depending, of course, on the bulb being meant as the root of tears.
Take.
Ketchup is made of tomatoes. Tomatoes belong to the nightshade family. That could be the connection to the blood of the night reference. I'll try it.
And of course, a little
A
vodka.
few drops of the intoxication.
Put that in there. That on there. Alright. That on there.
Hopefully this witch's brew doesn't blow up in my face. I have no idea when the stuff is ready, but before it all evaporates... Evaporate! That's it! To be taken before it unites with the wind. Then the medicine must be finished.
Medicine must be finished.
Drink, old man. I hope that helps.
Thanks.
My pleasure. What happened?
A little difference of opinion with the guards.
Guards? From the research station?
Yes, Oh, it's not important.
Not so important. You nearly died.
But I'm alive. And you aren't just here to help me, are you? You have some questions.
Yes. How did you know?
Your eyes betray me. The eyes betray everyone.
You have questions.
Your eyes. I know your eyes. They were here once a long time ago.
Me? I was most certainly not.
Yes, they were. But they weren't in the body of a young woman. You're the daughter of... What was his name again?
Vladimir Kalenkow? You know my father?
Yes, Vladimir was his name. He came to me back then like you are today, with the same eyes.
I need your help. If you knew my father, then you can also tell me what happened here all those years ago.
I'm only a shepherd. I've always been a shepherd, and I will remain a shepherd for the rest of my life.
But...
I know my place in life, and you should know yours too. Listen to the words of a simple man. My son didn't listen to me.
What do you mean?
You want to know what happened here almost 50 years ago, and what is happening here today. My son was also curious. He didn't want to listen to me. He found a strange piece of metal in the woods, and he asked questions. The wrong questions to the wrong people. I never saw him again. There are things that we are just not meant for. If we don't realize this...
Old man, your words may be very wise, but my father is in danger and I need your help.
I know. I can see it in your eyes. You really are just like your father. I also warned him, but he didn't want to listen to me either. He entered the cursed realm of the Ugdi, the evil thunderbirds that have been sent to cause endless sickness since the year of the great catastrophe. Your father ignored my warning, and his companion must have paid dearly for it. I know that I cannot stop you, so I will tell you where your father had his camp back then. Follow the northern path until you reach the swamps, and you will find what you are looking for. But always remember my words. Be careful in everything you do. Things happen here that no one can even begin to imagine.
The Evank was right. The atmosphere here is real strange. So unreal. Even if perhaps a good portion of superstition is involved, I have a strange feeling here. And then the story with the thunderbirds and the endless sickness. Pull yourself together, Nina. You're just exhausted. There are no thunderbirds, and any phenomenon, no matter how mysterious, can be explained rationally. Hopefully.
Hopefully.
That must be the site that the old man spoke of. My father started his expeditions from here. Maybe I'll find an explanation here of how the events of the past link with the kidnapping of my father.
Not much to look around.
The small windows are absolutely filthy. I should probably watch out where I'm stepping. One false step could be my last one.
Film projector? Yes.
A small bit of tinfoil. There is nothing special to see, but then again, it is pitch black in there.
Oh, so... Uh-oh.
An old rag.
Pick it up.
An 8mm film projector. Considering its age and the fact that it's not professionally handled here, it is not in bad condition.
Pick it up.
It won't work without electricity.
Electricity. What is this?
Are shards always broken, or are there whole shards? An interesting question. I'll have to ask my former philosophy professor. The small windows are absolutely filthy.
Windows are filthy.
As an obedient little housewife, of course I know what my duties are.
She's not married.
There. Finished. Shall I make dinner now as well?
Ooh.
A generator, supplying the hut with power.
Got a flat
There is
tire.
obviously no more fuel in it. That would have been too good. If I remember correctly, then that thing has something to do with magnetism and producing electricity. A bit of petroleum still seems to be in there. It looks like a garden hose. Time has been gnawing away at it, but there don't